Welcome to Growing Up Boomer. I'm your host, Padre, and this podcast is dedicated to the life and times of the baby boomer generation. The show is loosely scripted, and sometimes we'll go down rabbit holes, and where it leads us to, one will never know. This podcast can be informative, funny, and sometimes irreverent. But most of all, we hope you find it entertaining. Hey, Professor, how's it going?
I'm good, Padre. How are you?
Oh, man, you know what? I cannot complain. And before we get started, I want to thank you for allowing me to go to the show to see the new Jason Statham movie. I know we had it scheduled, but you were kind enough to let it go back a couple of days so I could watch that new Jason Statham.
I would get in between you and a Jason Statham movie? You got to be kidding. Okay, I would never get in between you and a Jason Statham movie.
Oh, man.
I know better.
I don't, it hadn't been advertised very much, but it was called The Working Man.
Okay.
And the only thing he was working over the bad guys pretty good. And let me tell you this about the movie, okay? Just real quick. I'm not going to tell you anything about it other than he's a construction guy. Of course, he's an ex-special forces kind of guy. And he works for a construction company. And this Michael Pena, who's one of my favorites as well, runs a construction company. And the construction company is Garcia Construction. Okay. Now, the daughter gets kidnapped by the Russian mafia. Because what they do is these guys go around and they take pictures and clients say, I want that girl. They kidnap her. The guy does whatever he wants with her, and then they dispose of the body. Well, this girl ain't having none of that. In one scene, she bites the guy's cheek off. And you know why she's so tough?
No.
Because her last name's Garcia.
Oh, there you go.
And that's my wife's maiden name.
Oh.
And if you know any of the Garcia women, you do not mess with them.
Now I know why you toe the line all the time.
You ain't kidding. And Jenny's got some of that blood in her too.
Yeah.
And you don't mess with her.
Nope.
Like I said, she's like 5 foot and 90 pounds wet, and everybody's scared of her. Whoa, man, you do not mess with her. All right.
I'm glad you got to see the movie. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, you know what? I had the family come up, and we went to the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Oh, where is that?
It's over in the Presidio.
Okay, in SF, okay.
Oh, just going to the Presidio is just wonderful, first of all.
It's been a long time since I've been there.
Yeah, but just laid back. I got to tell you, that museum was awesome. And you really think about, with the advent of AI and drones, how many people are now unemployed? Now, when I say that, the artists, they were showing a very simple cartoon, black and white, used to take 375 stills to do a 15-second cartoon.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, and these guys had to be talented.
Oh, absolutely.
And then, and they were showing how they did the 3D imaging with the camera. It was wonderful, I got to tell you. But they had the new movie come out. What was it, the Snow White?
Yeah.
Oh, and it just tanked. Tanked. It just tanked. And you know who's happy about that?
Who?
The producers of Dumbo. Because that one tanked bad. Now, this one now can be the first live action that tanked worse than Dumbo.
Funny.
Tim Burton's going like, okay, I do not hold that trophy anymore.
Oh yeah, he's happy about that.
Yeah, now it's Snow White. Yeah. What killed me about Snow White?
What?
Doc.
Oh, Doc. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the dwarfs. Right. I mean, he's got sneezy. Doesn't he give him medicine?
Of course he does.
Yeah, and they got sleepy. I mean, can you give him some uppers or something? Well, what kind of doc is this guy?
You could do that. Yeah, sure.
And grumpy?
Yeah, grumpy.
Hey, give him some edibles, man. Calm him down.
That's all he needs.
I'm going like, what kind of doc is this?
Hey, you're kind of up to date on this stuff now. I'm beginning to wonder.
Hey, that's what we used to call them in the 60s, right?
I know.
Uppers, downers.
I'm teasing.
Edibles.
I'm teasing you, yeah. Well, I don't remember edible. Well, no, we didn't.
Oh, there was edibles, brownies.
I know that. But we didn't call them edibles. We called them brownies.
Yeah, they were brownies.
You call them for what they were. They were brownies. Yeah, were they loaded or not
Good,
loaded?
yeah,
That's the question.
good tasting brownies.
Good tasting brownie. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
man, oh man.
Crazy.
All right.
Hey, I don't know if you're interested, but I got this. This popped up. Some comments that were made in the year 1957.
Oh,
You want to hear a few?
oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
We probably heard them.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you one thing. If things keep going the way they are, it's going to be impossible to buy a week's groceries for $20.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. Or I'm afraid to send my kids to the movies anymore. Ever since they let Clark Gable get by with saying damn in Gone with the Wind, it seems every new movie has either hell or damn in it. Okay.
1957, right?
57, right?
Only if they knew.
Right. Let's see. Have you seen the new cars coming out next year? It won't be long before 5,000 will only buy a used one. If cigarettes keep going up in price, I'm going to quit. A quarter a pack is ridiculous. 57. I mean, I can go on. There's a lot of them like this, but some of these are really
that's funny. Yeah, but
if they raise the minimum wage to $1, nobody will be able to hire outside help at the store. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. I just
which one's your favorite though?
Oh, I'd have to go through them again. I didn't go through. There's some really fun ones. Let's see. Did you see where some baseball player just signed a contract for $75,000 a year just to play ball? It wouldn't surprise me if someday they'll be making more than the president.
Oh, yeah, Babe Ruth made more than the president.
Back then, yeah.
He made more than the president. When they asked Babe Ruth about it, how does he feel about making more than the president? He asked him, how many homers did he hit? That's great. I like that. Oh,
here you go. Kids today are impossible. Those ducktail haircuts make it impossible to stay groomed. Next thing you know, boys will be wearing their hair as long as the girls. In 1957.
Well, that was 57.
There's a bunch more. I'll save them.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Maybe you know what? Maybe we'll do the way we were 50 years ago, 60 years ago, and 70 years ago. Yeah, maybe we'll save it for that as well.
Okay, we could do it because there's at least another dozen more of them.
Oh, I can imagine. All right. Hey,
cool.
You know, today's podcast is about classic cartoons. Now, we already covered classic movies.
We did that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But these are classic cartoons that people have forgotten, that only baby boomers know. Now, there's always a popular one. Did you remember the Bugs Bunny show?
Oh, I watched Bugs Bunny, yeah. Bugs Bunny was great. What's up, Doc?
Mel Blanc. Yeah, we did a podcast on the Looney Tunes. Remember the Looney Tunes?
I do remember Looney Tunes.
Yeah, they were Absolutely. Good. They were just loved. I mean,
yeah, because those were characters out of Bugs Bunny and then Looney Tunes and so on and so forth. So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Porky the Pig.
Oh yeah. Do you remember
Porky the Pig?
Speedy Gonzales. My favorite.
Oh yeah.
And then Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, now he can't. He's no longer around anymore.
No, Pepe Le Pew is gone.
Oh yeah. He used to force himself on the little kitty.
Yeah.
So that is.
Aren't some of these syndicated? I mean, you could still find these.
You could. I'm sure you can find them on YouTube. You can almost find anything on YouTube.
Boy, that's the truth. Yeah, absolutely.
How about Scooby Doo? Do you remember? Oh, of course. The Scooby Doo's still around, I think.
Scooby Doo, I think, is still around, and I remember Scooby Doo. It's not one that I watched a lot of, but I remember seeing Scooby Doo, it talks about crime and mystery dramas.
Oh,
right? Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of what it was all about, and so solving mysteries in a cartoon.
And it was always a monster or a zombie or a vampire that ended up to be a human.
Yeah, that was the cartoon version of Law and Order.
Yeah.
How about the Jetsons?
Oh, yeah, that was a great one, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? It took me a while to watch them, but I remember I later on, I guess, not sure how long they played for, but I remember watching, some of the series, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Once I started watching, I kind of got into it, the futuristic part and everything else. And, we're not exactly flying around like they were doing, but we're getting there.
Well,
maybe with drones and everything else.
Yeah. Well, what about what was it? Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
I think this is the year that they were supposed to be flying around.
Oh, I think you're right.
I think it's 2025.
I think you're right.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
Wow.
Where's Doc?
Yeah. Where is Doc? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Well,
incredible.
just think about 1969, 2001.
I really enjoyed that one.
Oh, it's a great movie.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Right now, that's one 2001.
Yeah.
Of course, we're 24 years later than that, but with all the AI and the computer stuff, well, I'll tell you, Stanley Kubrick had an idea.
Oh yeah,
he did.
Great special effects.
Yeah, it was really good. It was great.
Way advanced, way ahead of their time.
Yeah, it was really good. That is actually something. Yeah. That's a movie everybody should see.
Yeah.
That's definitely a classic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was the other one with this whole AI thing coming about, right? This whole AI thing.
Yeah.
My wife, she says, don't these people watch Battlestar Galactica? We're going to have Robert overlords pretty soon. They're going to take over.
Well, I wonder about that. But the Jetsons were fun to watch. Remember the Flintstones?
Oh,
I watched that a lot.
Yeah, and that was pretty popular.
That was probably one of the most popular cartoons, certainly of the era.
Yes, it was.
That year.
Right.
Probably even of the years that it ran.
Right.
Because it was really cool.
Yeah.
I got to get, let's see. Well, there's Pebbles. Okay, Fred. Who else? There's Fred.
Wilma.
Fred, Wilma, Barney. Who was
Betty?
His wife? Barney's, Betty. Okay. Pebbles.
And their son?
Okay, their son was
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. And the dog?
Was Dino.
Dino, of course, Dino, yeah.
See, you're talking to a guy that watched way too much TV.
I mean, I loved that when they got in their cars and they their feet and everything else, they just stuck off. And so,
that was
and then of course we ended up having cars for kids that they can move with their feet. So.
Did you see the movie?
The Flintstones? Probably, but I don't remember it.
John Goodman was Fred.
You know what, Joe? It vaguely rings a bell, but I can't say that I actually.
Okay, yeah, and Rosie O'Donnell was Betty.
Betty.
Barney Rubble's wife.
Right, Betty. But who played Betty?
That would be Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh.
And she did a great job.
I'm laughing just thinking about John Goodman and Rosie O'Donnell in any movie
and she did a great job.
Yeah,
and then remember, did you ever watch it? Sometimes the mother-in-law would come.
Yeah.
Wilma's mother and Fred, and they just couldn't get along.
No, they didn't get along. Oh, no.
Elizabeth Taylor played the mother-in-law.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Whenabouts was that movie done? When did it come out?
Oh, I can't remember. It must have been in the 90s.
I was going to say the 80s, maybe early 90s.
Maybe 80s, 90s, but it was one of those. And then I can't remember the guy that was in, I think, played Barney. He was in the first Ghostbuster. He was a guy with the glasses. I can't remember his name. I think he played Barney.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't remember his name. But you're right.
Yeah, I may have seen it, but I don't remember it.
But these are all very popular cartoons. I think, if anybody that watches cartoons probably knows them.
Yeah, I agree. There's others. I mean, there's your favorite Tom and Jerry show.
Oh, yeah, baby. I used to love that one. Little mouse.
I never really watched that one, so you have to tell me about it.
Oh, well, it was always it was cat and mouse, Tom and Jerry. And so the whole idea was the cat was always trying to get the mouse, and the mouse, it was almost like the Roadrunner. No matter what the cat did, that mouse always just outsmarted him.
Yeah.
And never, the mouse, just like the Roadrunner, never used, shall we say, lethal force against the cat. It was just always the stuff that the cat thought up that he would turn it around, kind of like what the Roadrunner did.
Yeah,
but they cannot make that one today.
Yeah, they can't. How come?
Well, the maid in that one, oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a maid in that comes up every so often. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You can tell she's African-American. The fallacy type of African-American.
Yeah, they probably couldn't do it.
Yeah. It's kind of like Speedy Gonzalez, the fallacy type of Mexican. right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, talks with the accent and everything.
Yeah,
So
no, they
I'm
can't do
going
that
like,
these
yeah,
days,
you
no.
can't make that
Yeah.
one anymore.
Yeah, not for something that kids watch.
Oh yeah, you can't do
Nah,
that. Yeah,
no way.
yeah.
Uh-uh.
We were not quite as sensitive back then, or shall we
No, no.
say, educated back
Yeah,
then.
educated. Yeah, well, back then, again, it was, that came out, so that was in around the time of civil rights, probably a little earlier,
Yeah, it
or
was.
during that
It was. It
time.
started in the
Yeah,
50s.
yeah, in the 50s. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was before. Okay. Yeah, I get it. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
did you ever watch Underdog?
No, I just think of Under Armour. I don't know anything about an underdog. No, I don't
Oh,
think I ever saw Underdog.
oh,
I've heard of it, but I never
golly.
saw it.
Oh, his main line was, "There's no need to fear. Underdog is here."
Okay.
They actually made a movie out of that.
Underdog. Yeah, no, I didn't watch it. I didn't see it.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
one of my favorites, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watched, you were in front of the TV. Okay. You were in front of the TV. Now, one that I did watch a lot was Popeye.
Oh,
I'm
golly.
Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Let's see, what's the rest of that spinach? I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
And he would go,
Yeah,
"Hello,
he was
Olive.
good.
Hello, Olive."
Hello, Olive. And Blimpy?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
burger Tuesday burger or something
I'll
like that.
gladly pay you Tuesday
I'll
for a
gladly pay
burger
you
today.
Tuesday. Yeah. That was
And I'll be
yeah, that
honest
was
with you, I am one of the very few people that actually like the live action Popeye with Robin
Okay.
Williams.
okay.
I mean, Robin Williams was more
Oh.
Popeye than Popeye himself.
You know, I have to go back. I'm sure I watched that because I remember Robin Williams playing
He
Popeye.
likes to laugh.
Yeah, God, when did that movie come out?
Oh, golly,
Really?
that's another like in the 80s or something like that.
Okay, I swear I watched that with the
Yeah.
kids or something, but I don't remember it. Again, my movie memory isn't the best. Of course, I'm not saying my memory's not the best. But anyway,
Well,
that's a different
that's
story.
just my memory only remembers useless trivia. That's it.
Well, that's not useless, okay? Especially if you're in a trivia contest, because a lot of that stuff is trivia, okay?
Yeah.
And useless, except if you're in a trivia contest.
But it's like my basketball career. Every time I got in front of an audience, I'd freeze. You know?
Yeah, well, they didn't put me in front of an audience.
Oh, you remember Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that one. I think it was. I want to say it was done by Hanna-Barbera. I couldn't tell,
Okay,
but it was a caveman, and there's these like what they call teen angels, and they help him
Okay.
solve crimes. And he's got he's got the the caveman garb on, and it's a very
Okay.
very badly done cartoon.
interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
it
kinda
goes-
like it was Hanna-Barbera,
Yeah.
same thing as Flintstones, kind of a caveman, and now they have a
Oh,
caveman.
who was it?
Okay.
No, this one is even worse. This was more like.
Well, Flintstones wasn't bad.
No,
Flintstones
no,
was
no, no,
good.
no, no, no. They were done very well compared to these cartoons,
Okay.
like Hong Kong Phooey.
Phooey, I have no idea.
It's like a little dog in a kung fu outfit, goes around and smacks people around.
Oh, geez, Louise. And you watch these?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my God, Joe. Okay, you had nothing to do, did you?
Oh no. When you live, once you get into grade school and you live in East LA, it's best you stay inside if you're a wimpy kid.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well.
And
okay.
Jabberjaw. I used to watch Jabberjaw.
I
That was a shark.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it. What was that about?
It was just a shark, and he was, he would go around and it was something like rock and roll music in the back. I remember that, and he would go around, and fight underwater supervillains.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of like this Hong Kong Phooey under the water.
Wow. Okay. Do you remember Pink Panther? Show?
Oh, absolutely. You remember,
Yeah,
what was
Pink Panther
that?
was fun.
What was that? Ray Mancini that was the music, because they used the same one as
Ray
they
Mancini.
did. Yeah, for the
Mancini did the music.
yeah.
And
Dun-dun.
I'm trying to think of who was the voice of Pink Panther.
I didn't think he had a voice, did he?
I'm trying to think about it. Maybe not.
Yeah, it was always
Okay.
dun Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun,
Dun-dun,
dun-dun,
dun-dun,
dun-dun, dun-dun,
dun-dun,
dun-dun. I used to love the movies.
Yeah, the movie was good. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
see,
yeah.
yeah. That ran for a while. That ran for like
Oh, it ran for a long time.
8 to 10 years or so.
Yeah, yeah, it ran
Yeah,
for about 10 years. And
yeah,
then,
they're good.
and then he
Yeah,
became the spokesman for insulation,
that's right. That's right. He
the
did absolutely.
Pink
That's
Panther
right.
insulation.
Yeah, they had good music in that one, if I recall
Yeah,
correctly.
it was. It
Kind
was.
of jazz music, jazzy and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
hmm
yeah,
Did
yeah.
you?
That was good. That was good. Wow.
Oh, golly. Did you
Talking
ever
about
watch
bringing back
Johnny
some memories.
Quest?
You know what? I don't. I remember. I've heard of it, but I never. I don't think I ever watched it.
Oh, yeah. Kind of an adventurous type of thing. It kind of goes along in Clutch Cargo.
I remember that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I remember Clutch Cargo. I'm not sure in what context, but I remember.
If you remember, they were just faces, right? Just stills,
Okay.
and they would put human mouths in them.
Oh, okay.
In other words, it would be somebody saying the words. It was a still, but it would be somebody saying the words, and they would just put the human mouth in there.
Yeah. So I think you were watching TV, and I was outside getting into my own little mischief.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, you were
I was
actually
either
doing
climbing
stuff.
trees or playing ball or
Yeah,
or whatever, or I was lucky I had a little at the end of the street there was kind of woods.
yeah,
So
yeah,
my
yeah.
friends and I, we used to make up forts in there.
Mhm,
So yeah,
mhm.
I didn't have an East LA experience, so I was able to stay outdoors. Okay.
Oh, how about Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Oh yeah, of course, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, you
That
remember
was a
them,
great
huh?
show. Oh, I remember them. Yeah,
Oh,
do.
they were awesome.
Yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle. I liked that show. I
Yeah.
did. They were good. That was about 6, 7, 8 years, and
Oh,
they had
yeah, yeah.
reruns. Oh, they reran that for a long time. So yeah, a moose and a squirrel.
Oh, he was
That was
great.
pretty cool.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, before we go on, this is why the Russians lost the Cold War.
Remind me.
Because Boris and Natasha couldn't catch these guys. Remember? They could never
true.
catch these guys.
That's right. They could
That's
never
a-
catch them.
and
Boris
the,
couldn't.
and the Russians
Bor-
can't catch a squirrel and a bull moose
It was Boris and Vanessa. Boris and
and Natasha.
Tasha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
that's
they,
right.
and they always have those little shorts where he would, after the cartoon, it would be like maybe 10 seconds. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull something out of my hat. Always doing little magic tricks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. So I was saying, Quick Draw McGraw.
Oh, do you remember Quick Draw?
I remember watching a few. I know it's a Hanna-Barbera one.
Yes.
They did a lot. I mean, they basically did cartoons. They were the cartoon company.
It was like
Yeah.
this. Now, I used to say this in meetings, okay? Because you know me, I never take anything serious. And we would have staff meetings, right? The big round table, and everybody's around that, and somebody would say, well, you know what? I think we should do this. And I'd go, now, hold on there, Bubba. I'll do the thinning around here. I used to like Bubba Louie. Oh, but cheeky extra. He was the best. Oh, how about Kabong?
No.
Oh, it was Quick Draw McGraw in kind of like Zorro getup.
I don't remember that at
Oh,
all.
and he'd have a guitar, and he would come after the bad guys, and he'd go Kabong, and he'd hit him with the guitar.
Wow. No, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, Snuffles the dog.
I don't think so.
Oh, hey Snuffles, how about a dog biscuit? He would use the dog to track down bad guys, but the dog had a mind of its own. It was just like real, like, yeah, I'll do it when I want to do it. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
And so to get him to do it, he'd give him a biscuit. And that's where he'd come in and go, hey, Snuffles, how about a dog biscuit? And he'd give the dog the biscuit and it'd go, and then it'd float in the air and then it would float down. Then it'd float down and then he would go after the bad guys.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Joe, I can't believe you. You're incredible. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what else. Well, I'm trying to think. Well, I don't know why this is popping into my head, but it was Top Cat, I think they called it.
Oh, yeah, Top Cat.
something.
He's the head of the town. And
I remember the name, but it just popped in my head. But I don't think I remember watching it.
So the opening scene is a real, like what you're talking about, the jazzy music. He's the top of the town, and he looks like he's driving in a limo, right? But when they turn the corner, he's on the fender, so it looks like he's in the car. He's an alley cat.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
And his friends call him TC. Oh, it's a great cartoon. I used to love that one, and it was only on for.
I just popped in my head. Well, all this trivial stuff that you got, you could put it together and do stand up.
I don't know about that, man. I'd probably freeze in front of an audience. Okay, and then when you got a face like this, they don't want them screaming out of the auditorium.
No. You should see some of the faces on those stand-ups. I wouldn't worry about that at all.
Oh, do you remember Adam Ant and Secret Squirrel?
Never heard of it.
Oh, Adam Ant. Oh God, I can't remember the theme song, but that was pretty funny. It was. Nope. I would watch it every so often. Matter of fact, my brother-in-law was real short. Very, very short in middle school, and that's what we called him, Adam Ant.
Oh, wow. Like a kid.
And Secret Squirrel. Do you remember Secret Squirrel? You don't remember it. Do you remember the Mad magazine?
Yeah.
And Spy vs. Spy?
Ooh, no. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Or Inspector Gadget.
Oh, I remember Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
But don't ask me what it was in.
Yeah. The Secret Squirrel was dressed like him, kind of dressed like him a little bit.
Oh, okay, got it. Of course, there was Deputy Dog.
Oh, I love Deputy Dog.
Yeah, I remember Deputy. I was I think it was a part of Captain Kangaroo.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Something like that, and then he broke off and got his own show. Mm-hmm. Lucky Deputy Dog. Yeah, he's solving all those crimes and everything.
Yeah, I wonder if the rappers got that spelling of dog from Deputy Dog.
Maybe.
Because it's spelled D-A-W-G. Hey, dog.
Yeah.
Deputy Dog.
Wow.
And speaking of Deputy Dog, do you remember Huckleberry Hound?
I do remember Huckleberry.
Oh, yeah. Huckleberry Hound.
Yeah.
He was a good one.
What about Mighty Mouse?
Oh, that was a good one. Man,
talk about his superhero, huh?
Yeah. Now, that taught kids to love opera. Remember?
Yeah, well,
it was always...
I don't think it worked on me.
Remember? Here it comes to save the day. That means that Mighty Mouse is on his way.
Yeah. Well, correctly, that it came out like really early, like in the 40s or something?
It came out in the 40s, but they had redone it in the 50s, and I think it ran all the way into the 60s.
Yeah.
And it had the comic book. I used to read the comic books for it, too.
Yeah, I don't know if I read the comic books yet. So... interesting, yeah. So that was quite a while in a lot of different things.
Oh yeah,
because I think they joined it up with Heckle and Jekyll too. I think for a bit.
Oh, Heckle and Jekyll! I used to love Heckle and Jekyll. The magpies.
Yeah.
You know what? Nobody knows these unless you are a boomer.
Yeah, the kids that have no idea what these are.
Heckle and Jekyll. Oh, they were great. Yeah, I think one had like a British accent and the other one had like a New Yorker accent.
Yeah, I think Jekyll was the British guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and Heckle was in New York.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, something like that.
Oh, they were great. Always getting into mischief.
That was kind of fun. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what other ones. I know there's others. Mm-hmm. We talked about Quick Draw. And you mentioned El Kabong, and I don't remember that at all.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Kabong.
But one that I do remember is Yogi Bear.
Oh.
Yogi baby.
No. What was it?
Yogi baby.
Hey, Boo Boo. What do you say we get ourselves some picnic baskets? And Boo Boo would go, but what about the Ranger, Yogi?
Yeah. It was good. And, Snagglepuss was in there.
Yes.
Jackie Doodle. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Huckleberry Hound.
Yes.
Okay, was in there. So another Hanna-Barbera.
Do you know who?
They probably did 3/4 of all this stuff.
Do you know who was threatening to sue them?
Threatening to sue who?
The Hanna-Barbera for the name Yogi Bear.
Not Yogi Berra.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I read his book. I had his book because they thought, okay, we know who you're, Yogi Bear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so he was threatening to sue them, but it never went. I think they probably convinced him.
I can't imagine that going anywhere.
Yeah.
Besides, if Yogi Berra sat down and watched it, he probably would appreciate it.
Maybe that's
I'm talking about him with his sense of humor, which is so dry and wry.
Oh, yeah.
I mean.
Oh, yeah. You know what? We're running a little long. What do you say we do one more?
Is there another one?
Are you ready for this one? Did you ever watch Super Chicken?
No. I don't eat Super Chicken. That's probably the reason why I didn't.
And his sidekick Fred.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And his F was backwards.
Oh, you had too much time on your hands.
It was backwards.
I'm telling you.
And this poor guy would get the short end of the stick every time.
Oh, boy.
Okay. And Super Chicken would tell him, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred. Oh, that was great. Yeah. And the theme song, I can't remember the theme song, but the theme.
A Gen X or something like that, or Gen Z.
Yeah.
Okay, if we started mentioning that, they would think we're Looney Tunes.
We were. Think about all the stuff we watched. You need to. And and the theme song was hilarious. I can't remember it all that much, but I just remember that. They would say, and see, the thing was, he was kind of like a cross between Batman and the Three Musketeers and Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh my gosh!
Well, because what happened was that he was a dapper type of guy, with the suit and everything like that.
Okay, this is the Super Chicken, right?
But when he drank his super juice, he would transform to a superhero.
Oh.
Okay, and then he would be dressed up like a Three Musketeers.
Who thought of this stuff?
It would crack me up. And then every time he's going after that was his charge. And then boom, a train would hit him or something.
You're incredible.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
You want to watch that now. You need to go on YouTube, look under the themes. Right?
Okay, I could only do it if I was all by myself, because if anybody around me watched me doing it, they'd throw me out. They say, you lost it. You're a senile dude or something like that. Okay.
I can see him now. Dad, we're going to need to take the car keys away from you.
Right? That's why I'd have to watch it by myself. That and a few of these other ones.
All right. Well, Professor, what do you say we bring this one to a close, buddy?
I think we better do.
Okay. You have a good one, my man.
You too. We'll talk later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
We'd like to thank you for listening and remind you, if you happen to have any baby boomer topics you'd like us to cover, just email us at growingupboomer@gmail.com. And until next time, may God bless.